And now, 6 Sports presents the Dean Trailways 5th quarter.
Mason Bulldogs. And we're ready for the new season.
You're watching the Dean Trailways 5th quarter.
Yeah!
You know what time it is.
It's time for the Dean Trailways 5th quarter show.
Yeah! Let's go!
Let the fun begin. After months of waiting, the high school football season has made a return, as has the Dean Trailways 5th quarter. Thanks for tuning in. I'm Ian Kress.
And I'm Tyler Driesinger. We didn't have to look too hard to find our big game tonight. DeWitt and Hazlitt figured to be two of the area best teams in the area, and for the 4th straight year, they met in the opener. DeWitt has won the 3 previous meetings, and last year's rendition featured a combined 111 points. A much more defensive story tonight. Early 3rd quarter, DeWitt fumbles the football, and it's pounced on by Robert Smith, the son of MSU football coach Jonathan Smith, to set the Vikings up in Panther territory. Ensuing drive ends in a field goal. Sticking with the MSU theme, it's Bronson Lindgren, son of MSU offensive coordinator Brian Lindgren, who knocks it through. Early 4th quarter, DeWitt's Channing Ridley. He's going to break free up the sideline and in for the Panthers score. He's only a sophomore, and Coach Zimmerman says that's a name we may get used to as the season goes along. DeWitt tops Hazlitt 21-3 as the Panther defense makes a statement on opening night.
We're way better on defense this year than what we were last year, and I think we showed that tonight. And I loved our physicality offensively. I don't want to turn the ball over like we did, but I thought we were very, very physical, and that's a great thing to start the season off with.
He said 3 things every practice, every day: constant communication, relentless effort, and everyone to the ball. Everyone to the ball. And this game, I think almost every play, all 11 guys were at the ball.
As for DeWitt's opponent next week, Mason was at home tonight taking on Holt for the Cedar Street Rivalry Trophy. The Bulldogs led 10-0 at halftime and got an extra 2 points in the 3rd quarter after the Rams sailed the snap over the punter's head and into the back of the end zone. Call it a safety right there. This was a defensive battle tonight. A pack of Rams led by Ethan Melville and Dominic Edgerly stopped the Bulldogs' offense in the 3rd. Then it was Mason's turn to shine on D. Holt was near their own end zone, and it's Hayden Hendrickson coming up with the interception. He has his sights set on the end zone. It's a pick 6 to extend the Mason lead. The Bulldogs take down Holt 19-0 and win this Cedar Street Rivalry Trophy for the 4th straight year.
I think that's pretty special when you consider this trophy goes back to the 1950s, and the fact that Mason has never won 4 in a row is pretty special. I think we need to celebrate that as well.
First time in school history, win it for the 4th straight year, and it just feels amazing. You know, we all wanted it very bad, and we got it. So we're going to celebrate hard, but we're going to go into next week and get ready for that team, you know. So.
Yeah. We will definitely be at that matchup next week, that's for sure. Well, back in the capital city, we had a good old-fashioned city rivalry between Lansing Everett and Lansing Sexton.
And these two teams have split their last 2 meetings, with Everett winning 28-0 last season. For more on tonight's game, we bring in our Desharian McBrew and Kara Adams.
Well, guys, there's nothing like kicking off high school football with a rivalry game. Lansing Everett and Lansing Sexton, 2 teams who are coming off back-to-back playoff appearances.
And even without Logic Loyola this season, the Vikings took care of business against their rivals. Let's go to Sexton High School to see what went down. A matchup in which both the Vikings and the J-Dubs were both fired up for from the start. First offensive play from Sexton. Abdul Carter Foreman drops back and finds Willie Brown, who makes his defender miss. He scores the touchdown. The J-Dubs go up 6-0, but Everett will respond back as Javari Funches gets the handoff, makes the defender fall, and he coasts for the tutty to tie things at 6. 3rd quarter, Sexton Zion Mathis scrambles out of the pocket, looking for a man, and finds Josiah Stewart, who puts on the speed and scores the touchdown. Sexton cuts the deficit to 4, but Funches was a man on a mission tonight. He took it to the house in the 4th quarter for his 4th touchdown of the night. Everett gets the big rivalry win over Sexton, 24-14.
I mean, it's Ja'Vari Funches. I think y'all seen it. I don't know if we completed a pass today. Like, that's a testament to our offensive line and Ja'Vari, man. I'm talking about just a workhorse. He probably had to have 40 carries tonight, and he won the game for us.
Team prepared for this. Everybody got an opportunity to go play, and a lot of them guys are young. So first you got to prove you could block. So they blocked tonight, have 4 touchdowns. So next week the carries will go to them. It'll be shared equally around the team.
Well, moving out to Okemos, Ypsilanti Lincoln. They came into town for a Thursday night showdown. Early into the first quarter here, and quarterback Sam Bentley with the handoff to senior Cam Winston. And Winston, he bulldozes his way into the end zone to put Ypsilanti on the board first. They were pretty fired up after that one. Okemos, here they are though. They've got a nice little drive going. Blake Burke completes the pass, but it's just not good enough. And Ypsilanti finds themselves with the ball yet again. And one was nice, but why not get another? Winston finds the end zone, making it 14-0 at the end of the first quarter. And into the second quarter here, and it's Jamaris Graham who gets the sack for Okemos, hoping to spark some momentum for the Wolves, but it's not enough. And Andrew Dillon's squad, they get the road win 40-14 to start their season on a high note.
All right, we need to take our first break of the night, but when we come back, we'll head out to Williamston.
Yeah, the Hornets are coming off a disappointing season and are hoping to get their sting back this year. Plus, Leslie is hoping to carry their success over from 2024 into this season. Those highlights and more next on the Dean Trailways Fifth Quarter.
Stay up to date with your local obituaries and funeral arrangements and sign up for our daily, weekly, or monthly newsletter at obitson6.com.
Why AAA? Because you're stuck in a rut, literally. Because you're out of gas and in a pickle. Because stuff happens. And AAA is the most trusted roadside assistance. Join today at AAA.com.
Choose Able Concrete to beautify your home's curb appeal. It's done right and on time and won't break the bank or your back. Call Able Concrete. Financing now available.
We're ready, we're willing, we're Able Concrete.
Imagine locally owned community mattress stores. Well, Mattress Source are those stores, and we're having a huge Labor Day sale at both locations.
Take advantage of Capital Betting Factory Direct Savings.
The Mattress Source, where factory direct savings are passed on to you.
On BetMGM Casino, there are so many jackpots that you never know when one will go. So many jackpots. So many jackpots. BetMGM Casino. Jackpots. So many.
Download to get a 100% deposit match up to $1,000 plus $25 on the house. BetMGM Casino.
At Seymour Ford, we're committed to making your car buying experience enjoyable, transparent, and stress-free.
Whether you're shopping for a new Ford truck, need certified Ford service for your current vehicle,
or you're looking for many finance options,
we've got you covered, including the most experienced collision center around.
We're proud to be Jackson County's full-service Ford dealer before, during, and after the sale.
Come experience our drive.
Go to SeymourFord.com. The phones are ringing off the hook because all tires are on sale. Instantly save $100 on top tire brands. Plus, double your savings with the Bell Tire credit card. Save now through Saturday only at Bell Tire.
Too much online betting? So what? We need to pay rent, buy books, blah, blah, blah.
This isn't gonna end well. Don't regret the bet. For tips that can help, go to don'tregretthebet.org. A message from the Michigan Gaming Control Board.
We see you out there making the most of every moment.
Happy birthday, buddy.
One big, bright idea at a time. At Blaine's, we're glad to be part of it by offering best-in-class products and solutions at unbeatable farm and fleet prices. Like all pairs of Skechers, buy one, get one half price. 20% off all men's and women's Carhartt non-denim work pants. And Blaine's brand pecan halves or pieces, $8.99 a pound. Just $7.99 for rewards members. Find value on the things you value. Blaine's Farm and Fleet. Be an original.
Why AAA? Because you're stuck in a rut, literally. Because you're out of gas and in a pickle. Because stuff happens. And AAA is the most trusted roadside assistance. Join today at AAA.com.
Welcome back. Lansing Catholic is now under first-year head coach Jeremy Norris, and while he looks to implement his own style, he says he wants to continue that winning culture.
But that wasn't really the case tonight. Lansing Catholic headed to Williamston for their season opener, but it was all the Hornets from the start. Williamston led 39-7 after the first half, so we'll pick up right here in the third quarter. Lansing QB Gary Tackett drops the snap, recovers it, but then is immediately taken down by Williamston's Hawk Harding. And that was the story of the night for the Hornets. Big offensive plays and more big stops like this one. Parker Freese gets the sack here and gets credit for that one. But Lansing Catholic does get one more on the board. Tackett finds the gap and gets through, but it's not enough and it's too late, and Williamston wins 46-14, and it was all good vibes at Larkin and Nortman Memorial Field. And head coach Steve Kirsten credits the culture of this team for their big season opener win.
We've had amazing senior leadership throughout the summer and these last 3 weeks, so it was great to get out there and actually play a game with coaches. The culture this year is really high, the brotherhood. We've had it for a long time, but this group, after last season, it's pretty rough. They've taken it pretty seriously on what we want to do this year. So it was a great start, and we're looking forward to the next week.
I mean, 1-0 is a great feeling, and I mean, we can just build off this. 46-14, that's a great feeling. So we're just going to get better by week 2.
I have a feeling they could be a problem this year.
Yeah,
just guessing. Like, well, Portland is coming off their second straight perfect regular season, and they return their top running backs from last season, Nolan Zabatowski and Caden Dickerson.
The Raiders were taking on Detroit Country Day in the season opener for the second straight year. Portland won the 2024 meeting on the road and got them at home this time.
And the Raiders students were fired up for tonight's season opener. Portland with some early misdirection. Ethan Castle selling the handoff to Zabatowski, who runs with some anger and gets to the doorstep of the end zone. As he just keeps on going, it would set up Castle for Portland's first touchdown of the brand new season. Detroit Country Day would get the ball back. James Torin, as he's going to go to pass, but the throw into a little bit of a traffic. It's scooped up by Brady Rowe, who takes it all the way for the pick six, adding to the Portland lead. Now in the second quarter, the Raiders with the ball. Castle hands it off to old reliable Zabatowski. Takes it past the defense right into the end zone, making it 24-zip. Raiders eat up the Yellow Jackets in the season opener 30-6.
Stockbridge on the road taking on Leslie. Third quarter, Noah Sendecki on the quarterback sneak for Stockbridge. They get the touchdown. That would cut the deficit to 16, but Leslie would respond right back. Joel Cramore finds Braden Johnson on the screen pass. He takes his time, and then he just darts up the sideline for a 90-yard touchdown. Leslie goes up 36-14. Later in the third, Cramore this time with a screen pass to Braden Romero, who puts his man on skates right there and dives into the end zone for the touchdown, as Leslie goes on to win 44-22 over Stockbridge.
Leslie's got some athletes. In St. John's, the Red Wings were hosting Hamilton to kick off the new season. Things couldn't have gotten off to a much better start for Andy Schmidt's team. On the opening drive, the Red Wings march right down the field, and Brady Hybeck takes the handoff up the middle, sheds a couple tacklers, and gets in for the score, 6-0 St. John's. Second quarter, Hamilton lines up to punt, and whoops, the ball sails over the punter's head. Bryce Prattle gets back there to drop the punter near the goal line, setting St. John's up right on the doorstep. And knock, Ian.
Uh-oh.
You're supposed to say who's there.
Who's there?
Who's there? Lucas McCassell is there on the very next play to break through for another Red Wings touchdown to make it 12-0. St. John's goes on to pick up a Week 1 win, 22-14, the final.
I'm not very bright, as you can tell. Well, we need to take our final time out of the night. Fun, though, is going to continue right after the break.
The Dean Trailways fifth quarter is sponsored by Dean Trailways of Michigan.
Call it a sense of purpose, a higher calling. At Dean Transportation, we call it our passion. It's simply who we are. 60 years of pioneering the best health and safety standards because safe student transportation is essential. We are hard-working folks, connecting children to learning, schools to our communities, and you to a better career. Want to make mid-Michigan a better place? We'll put you in the driver's seat. Join the Dean family today and help to connect our kids to brighter futures.
Good helps keep people safe. Good cares for people, feeds people, and keeps things running. We're MDOC, and good works here. Come join us. Go to michigan.gov/MDOCjobs to learn more.
It's Wood Expo 2025 at Johnson's Workbench in Charlotte, featuring special pricing on lumber and plywood. Round out your trip with vendor demonstrations, crafts, and fun. Wood Expo 2025, Friday and Saturday, September 5th and 6th at Johnson's Workbench in Charlotte.
When it comes to hearing aids, one size doesn't fit all. Let our doctors of audiology find the right fit for your listening needs, lifestyle, and communication goals.
Hearing starts here at Advanced Audiology.
Sundance, St. John's, GMC, professional grade. Look at this, brand new 3/4 ton pickup trucks. You can haul those horses around. He's even liking the idea of that truck. Here's a brand new, look at this, save $11,500. That's only $208 a month. Here's an Acadia or a Terrain, saving you money in St. John's. It's summertime saving trading days at Sundance. We'll take anything in on trade 7 days a week. Brand new vehicles at 0% interest. You gotta come see us, St. John's Savings, 1-800-Sundance.com. Come see us.
Think you need a new roof? Think again and save thousands.
We're America's most trusted roofer because we always try to save your roof rather than replace it.
We'll restore your roof for a fraction of the cost of a new one. Call now or scan the code and we'll give you an assessment of your roof for free.
Hurricane Katrina bearing down on the Gulf Coast.
It's hard to believe New Orleans looks like something out of a doomsday scenario.
People here are suffering.
We haven't had ice or water in 3 days.
These people were only doing what they had to do to survive.
You looting?
Yeah, I am.
I just hope God will forgive me for doing this.
Houses are gone, people have lost all their stuff.
But thank God for the people that's helping us.
Decades later, the scars remain, and we remember.
The Hurricane Katrina tapes, tomorrow at 10, 9 Central on News Nation.
After the past 4 seasons as defensive coordinator of Parma Western, Cody Bentley is taking over as the head coach of the Panthers, who haven't lost a season opener since 2016.
Yeah, tonight the Panthers were taking on Jackson, and despite the two schools being less than 7 miles apart, this was their first regular season meeting since 1978. Jackson scored on its first play from scrimmage, so the Panthers faced a 6-0 deficit early on. Then junior quarterback Lincoln Levy breaks out a big run to put Parma Western in the red zone. Great scoring position. The Panthers would get near the goal line and check out number 7 from Jackson, stuffing the runner. That's Jackson's quarterback, Jaden Ramirez, delivering the big hit. Parma then faced 4th and 1 at the goal line, and Brody Parrott powers it in, puts the Panthers in front. Jackson did have an answer, though, on its following drive with another rushing touchdown of its own. On the QB keeper, Ramirez is going to run it in. Parma Western would get the last laugh in this one. They take down Jackson 27-20, giving Cody Bentley his first win as the Panthers head coach.
It was a wet and sprinkly night in Eaton Rapids for the matchup between the Quakers and the Greyhounds. I guess the rain just wasn't enough for them. Third quarter, Kenyatta G takes the snap and shows off his legs on this play to pick up the first down and a whole lot more. Later in the third quarter, after getting the ball back from Eaton Rapids, it's G. He can do it with his legs. He's got the arm strength, too. A deep ball downfield connects with his target, Keyshawn Meeks, to keep the drive alive. The Quakers would turn it over on downs, though. Eaton Rapids' James Onstadt takes the ball, throws it to his man Braden McGirt, but Rory Crusoe from Eastern's there, too. They battle for it, and eventually it's going to be determined Crusoe's got himself an interception. The Quakers go on the road and get the win, 22-13.
Well, what a way to kick off high school football season tonight. That'll do it for high school coverage of the night, but that leads us to Spartan football next.
Well, Spartan football is certainly among us. It's year 2 of the Jonathan Smith era, and the Spartans will kick off their season tomorrow night against Western Michigan. And the Spartans have a lot more depth at certain positions than they had a season ago. The offensive line is one of those, with at least 7 guys expected to play. On the defensive end, you can expect to see a good amount of guys playing at linebacker as well, and with Jordan Hall leading the way.
We're going to play more guys than I've ever played before at linebacker. So, and how do we do that? Well, there's going to be guys with roles and different packages and guys that have different jobs to do. And so we'll see a lot of guys in there.
There's always excitement on that first game, but I'm at
a lot of ease given this week. I feel prepared to go out there and execute and fly around and have fun.
We, of course, will be at the game tomorrow night. Kara, your first fifth quarter, how you feeling?
I'm feeling good. It was a lot of fun.
All right, we'll do it tomorrow night. We'll see you later. Have a good one.